painting titled Sacred Script. She's doing all this while also publishing a few of her anthologies. I would like to welcome you all to Nazbah.
Can you all hear me? Yes. Great. Welcome back. I'm actually published in a few anthologies. I wish I could publish a few. But before I start, I just want to say thank you to everyone. My name is Nazbah Tom. I want to thank my friend Jacob for inviting me to this. You've assembled some great writers and people presenting tonight, so really touched by everyone's work. So thank you for your bravery and your honesty. And also, before I begin, I want to introduce myself in Navajo. Out of respect for elders here, and also just for ancestors. Yate she'e Nazbah yinchia, ashin shalom bezani bashichin, look adne dashiche do twudiji dashin lo ta'is So just saying hello, my name is Nazbah. I'm sharing with you my clans. If you're Navajo, we're probably related. The ongoing joke is don't ask me for money. So changing the tone of the event tonight, I'm going to share some pieces about really just my life. Like I experienced life and I write about it. So whether it's heartbreak or new love, which I'm in right now, which also involves some other things. I was scanning the crowd earlier. I was asking Jacob, I'm like, Jacob, can you use the word cock in my piece? And then he was like, I think you can. Yeah, there won't be any kids here, so we've all had sex here, I suppose. So I think we're adult enough to hear that. But before I do all that, just some other pieces I want to share with you. So I have about 10 pieces. We'll see how much time we have. So this first piece is called As I Rise Each Morning. And I wrote this for my new love. I speak turquoise. I speak white shell. I speak abalone. I speak red shell. I speak the color of jet. As I carry the morning to your doorstep, my love, and gift you this round disc of memory, a yellow song of effort. My turquoise tongue mirrors your brown back, wide buttes holding up the sky above your lake. My white shell fingernails hold your prayers as you language sage, your tongue as pure and resolute as your eyes. My abalone heart, you harvest with an offering of your breath, and my flesh in between resonates longing. My red shell body, a litany of water stories, older than the sun I carry to you each morning, filling you with rain. My jet hair, like your raven eyelashes, collect the pieces of each day to nest memory, to nest possibility, to nest our sides of the moon. And in the cave of my heart, you speak turquoise. You speak white shell, you speak abalone, you speak red shell, you speak the color of jet. And just hearing the O, I also just wanted to make mention of just being grateful for living, working, and loving on native land that is not my own. So just being very thankful for original custodians of this land, for us to all be able to be here tonight to listen to each other's stories and words. So I just wanted to put a thank you out there to native communities of this land. And as a guest also from my own lands. Since it's been raining, I've written a few pieces about rain. So I'll share a couple, and then I'll share a couple of pieces on the moon and then some family poems. So this one's called Short Prayer. Bless this rain. Touch this thunder to your forehead. Brush this lightning along the length of your body. Breathe this earth holding the weight of winter on her slick back. Trust that the sun will rise with you in mind. Forgive the stars that forget this simple prayer of cleansing on our small bodies.
Oh,
it's a short piece. I was feeling emotional. No. This one's called Rain. There are days when I am lean and tall like a stalk of corn, with my arms outstretched wide, bent at the right angles, thankful for the green alphabet the sun and I create together. I hold conversations with the wind, bead them onto cobs, and tie them along my spine. The dirt and I laugh at the moon as I braid her wolf-colored eyes into my tassels. I shoot arrow songs at morning skies, pierce the leather of each day, and stitch together clouds. Together, with the wind, dirt, and sun, we open our palms wide enough for hunger and feel rain home on our skin. This next piece is called Undergrowth, and this is actually a piece published in a recent anthology. It's about, I'm forgetting the name of the anthology right now, but it's all about borders, people being incarcerated or not. So people who were incarcerated contributed some poems, and then those of us who aren't and have never been also contributed some poems to this. So this is called Undergrowth. My sister sent me a photo of our childhood home, up in flames, piles of rotted wood burning under the desert sky. I wish I had been there to gather the wood, to light the match, to say my goodbyes. Later that week, I went to therapy and told my therapist about this wish of my younger self. I talked about how my father built both the wooden frame of our house and my legs. He built both with what he knew, but houses and young children need different things. A hammer cannot take the place of hands. And I found as I talked, I was my own tinder, that my heart was a book of match after match after match after match of sorrow, anger, and rage. My limbs, long seasoned in the winters on the res, slowly caught fire. The natives of this land that I live on now knew the importance of fire to maintain the health of the forest. They knew about controlled burns, not the hungry incinerators that elder redwoods would come to know, but about the tender touch of many hands clearing out undergrowth. My father was a coal miner, hands long stained by the dusty coal he brought home to warm our house. I think of how coal is the liver of our mother, and how liver holds anger, and how we inhale that anger in the deepest nights of winter. Angry children, angry mothers, angry fathers. I looked at that photo and saw for the first time how small the house I grew up in was. My small limbs remembered something bigger. And my father did the best with what he knew. Anger suppressed, walk our ancestors home long ago from Puente. I know that now. And now that I am coming home once again, I will light this matchbook of sorrow across the rough bark of my pinyon pine chest and warm my grandchildren by this fire. This one's called Unfinished. Earlier this year, I broke up with someone. It was pretty painful. And how I deal with a lot of things is just I write about it. So this is to a former lover, Unfinished. You of abalone mouth, layered pomegranate laughter, and plantain tongue. Become all at once a knot of syllables, yet left yearning in the palm of my heart. Like a river stolen underground, beneath soldiered earth, you evaporate tenderness. And we hold each other as older women, only in memories of dreams unslept. And I write this poem tonight, the one I promised you every day, left undone. This next piece, Migrant Seeds, is going to be published in another set of anthologies. It's a mixed race anthology, so I'm mixed, Native and also Mexican. Learned this not that long ago, that my grandma on my father's side actually was mixed. So as it is with a lot of our families, those stories don't get shared or traveled down, so for whatever reason. And this piece in particular is about my father. I didn't learn this until way later after he passed. My mom and I were sitting around the kitchen table, and she was telling us stories about him. We learned that he actually has a whole family that he left in Texas when he was a migrant farm worker there. And I've never met my half-siblings, and I'm actually on a mission to find them. So this is a piece I wrote after I learned about that. Migrant Seeds. My mother sits with a blackened eye and burns letters from Texas